12 quiet strengths many Taurus discover over time. There is something about you that people notice but rarely say out loud. It is not loud. It is not flashy, but it is unmistakable. And it has been with you your entire life. You were born under the sign of Taurus, and that means you carry a kind of strength that does not need to announce itself. It does not demand attention. It does not perform for a crowd. But when the dust settles, when the noise fades, when everyone else has moved on to the next thing, you are still standing. You have always been the one still standing. And now, in this season of your life, something is shifting. You are beginning to see yourself more clearly than ever before. Not because someone told you who you are, but because life has slowly revealed it to you one experience at a time. These are not strengths you learned from a book. These are strengths that grew inside you quietly like roots beneath the surface. And now it is time to name them, because when you name what lives inside you, it becomes something you can use with intention, with clarity, and with power. Strength 1. The first quiet strength many Taurus discover over time is the ability to remain calm when everything around them is falling apart. You have seen it happen more times than you can count. The people around you panic, they react, they spiral into worry. And you stand still, not because you do not care, not because you do not feel the weight of the situation, but because something deep inside you knows that stillness is where answers live. This is not something you practiced. It is something woven into the fabric of who you are. When others lose their footing, you become the ground they stand on. You have been that person in your family, in your friendships, in your work. The one who holds it together. The one who speaks last because you know that silence often says more than words ever could. And here is the part most people miss. This calm is not passive. It is one of the most active forces in the universe. It takes enormous inner strength to stay centered when chaos is swirling around you. It takes discipline to hold your tongue when fear is screaming at you to react. But you do it. You have always done it. And the older you get, the more you realize that this calm is not a lack of emotion. It is the mastery of it. You feel everything. You always have. But you choose how and when to express it. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. And it is a wisdom that only deepens with time. You may not have recognized this as a strength when you were younger. You may have thought something was wrong with you because you did not react the way others did. But now you understand. That calm is your anchor. It is the reason people trust you. It is the reason they come to you when the world feels uncertain. And it is a strength that will only grow stronger in the years ahead, because the more you trust it, the more it reveals itself to you. Strength 2. The second quiet strength is your loyalty. The kind that does not waver when things get difficult. You do not love people only when it is easy. You do not show up only when it is convenient. When you commit to someone, to something, to a path, you stay. And this loyalty is not born from obligation or guilt. It comes from a place so deep inside you that most people cannot even comprehend it. You love with your whole being, and that kind of love does not come with conditions. It does not come with escape routes. When you are in completely. And yes, this has cost you at times. You have stayed in situations longer than you should have because your loyalty would not let you walk away. You have given more than you receive because your heart does not know how to give halfway. But even in those moments where loyalty felt like a burden, it was shaping you. It was teaching you the difference between loyalty to others and loyalty to yourself. And that is a lesson that many Taurus only fully understand after decades of living. Because the truth is, your greatest act of loyalty is not staying with someone who drains you. It is staying true to who you are, even when the world asks you to be something different. That is the evolution of this strength. It does not disappear with age. It refines itself. It becomes sharper, clearer, more intentional. And when you direct that loyalty toward your own growth, toward your own peace, toward your own well-being, that is when everything changes. That is when the people around you feel the shift. Because a Taurus who is loyal to their own soul is an unstoppable force. Not because they push through walls, but because they no longer build walls that do not serve them. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Strength 3. The third quiet strength is patience. But not the kind most people think of. Your patience is not passive waiting. It is not sitting around hoping things will change. Your patience is strategic. It is rooted in a deep knowing that everything has a season, and that rushing the process only delays the outcome. You have watched people around you chase after things with urgency, grabbing at opportunities before they were ripe, forcing doors open that were not ready to be opened. And you stood there steady, trusting the timing of your life even when it made no logical sense. This patience has given you something that cannot be bought or taught. It has given you the ability to see the bigger picture. While others are focused on the next step, you are already looking 3, 5, 10 steps ahead. You understand that life does not reward speed. It rewards alignment. And alignment takes time, takes trust. It takes a willingness to let things unfold at their own pace, even when every part of you wants to push forward. And the beautiful thing about this patience is that it compounds over time. Every moment you waited instead of rushing, every time you trusted instead of forcing, those moments built something inside you. They built a foundation of clarity that most people spend their entire lives searching for. You already have it. You have always had it. And now, in this chapter of your life, that patience is about to pay off in ways you cannot yet imagine. Because the seeds you planted years ago, the ones you watered with your steady presence and your unwavering faith, they are beginning to bloom. And when a Taurus garden blooms, the whole world takes notice. Strength 4. The fourth quiet strength is your connection to the physical world. Your ability to find beauty and meaning in the simple things. While the world races toward the next big thing, you have always understood that the most profound experiences are often the smallest ones. The warmth of sunlight on your skin in the morning, the taste of a meal prepared with love, the sound of wind moving through trees, the texture of something handmade, something real, something that carries the energy of the person who created it. This is not a small thing. This is a superpower. Because in a world that has become obsessed with speed, noise, and constant stimulation, you are one of the few who can still feel the sacred in the ordinary. You can still sit with a cup of something warm and feel grateful. You can still walk through a garden and feel connected to something larger than yourself. You can still hold someone's hand and feel the entire universe in that simple touch. And this connection to the physical world is not just about pleasure or comfort. It is about presence. It is about being fully here, fully alive, fully engaged with the moment you are in. And that kind of presence is rare. Most people are living in the past or worrying about the future. But you know how to be here. Right here. In this breath. In this heartbeat. In this moment that will never come again. That is your gift. And the older you get, the more you realize that this gift is not something to be taken for granted. It is something to be honored, cultivated, and shared with the people you love. Because when you show someone how to slow down and truly experience life, you are giving them something that no amount of money could ever buy. You are giving them the ability to feel alive. Strength 5. The fifth quiet strength is your determination. The kind that does not announce itself but never, ever gives up. You have faced obstacles in your life that would have broken most people. Setbacks that seemed impossible to overcome. Moments where the easier path was to walk away, to quit, to accept that this was as far as you could go. But you did not. Something inside you, something deeper than logic, deeper than willpower, kept you going. It whispered to you in the darkest moments. It told you that giving up was not an option. And you listened. You always listened. This determination is not aggressive. It does not look like someone pounding their fist on a table or shouting at the sky. It looks like someone getting up one more time after being knocked down. It looks like someone quietly rebuilding after a loss. It looks like someone planting another seed even after the last harvest failed. That is Taurus determination. It is quiet. It is steady. And it is absolutely relentless. The world may not always see it, but you know it is there. You have felt it in every difficult season of your life. And here is what makes it even more remarkable. This determination gets stronger with age. Because every time you survived something you thought would break you, you added another layer of resilience to your foundation. Every time you kept going when everything said stop, you proved to yourself that you are made of something extraordinary. And now, standing where you stand today with all those years of quiet determination behind you, you are stronger than you have ever been. Not in a loud way. Not in a way that needs to be seen. But in a way that is felt by everyone who stands in your presence. Strength 6. The sixth quiet strength is your ability to build things that last. You do not create for the moment. You create for the long run. Whether it is a relationship, a home, a project, a legacy, you build with intention, with care, and with the understanding that anything worth having is worth building slowly. You have watched people around you rush through the building process, cutting corners, taking shortcuts, choosing speed over substance. And you have seen the results. Things that look impressive on the surface but crumble under pressure. That is not your way. Your way is slower, yes, but what you build stands the test of time. It endures storms. It survives seasons. It becomes something that future generations can stand on and feel secure. This is especially true in your relationships. The bonds you create are not shallow or temporary. They are deep, rooted, and built on trust that has been earned over time. You do not let just anyone into your inner circle. But once someone is there, they are there for life. And the structures you have built in your life, the traditions, the routines, the sacred spaces, those are your greatest achievements. Not because they are grand or impressive, but because they are real. They are alive. They carry your energy, your love, your intention in every detail. And the beautiful thing is, you are still building. Even now, even in this season of your life, you are still creating something meaningful, something lasting, something that will carry your spirit long after you are gone. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting. It's about moving. Strength 7. The 7th quiet strength is your ability to hold space for others without losing yourself. This is something that not every sign can do, and it is something that many Taurus do not even realize they possess until later in life. You have this remarkable capacity to sit with someone in their pain, in their confusion, in their darkest hour, and simply be there. You do not try to fix them. You do not rush them through their process. You do not offer empty platitudes or shallow advice. You just hold the space. You let them feel what they need to feel. You let them be exactly where they are without judgment, without impatience, without trying to change the moment into something more comfortable. And that is a gift that very few people in this world can offer. Because most people are uncomfortable with pain. Most people want to rush past the hard moments and get to the resolution. But you understand that sometimes the most healing thing you can do for someone is to simply be present with them in their struggle. And here is the part that makes this strength truly remarkable. You do it without losing yourself. You do not absorb their pain and carry it as your own. You do not sacrifice your peace to hold their pieces together. You have learned over time that you can be deeply compassionate without being consumed by the emotions of others. That boundary, that sacred line between empathy and self-preservation, that is something you have cultivated through years of experience. And it is one of the most powerful things about you. Strength 8. The 8th quiet strength is your relationship with stability. Not as a cage, but as a foundation for freedom. The world often misunderstands Taurus when it comes to stability. They see your love of routine, your preference for the familiar, your resistance to unnecessary change, and they call it stubbornness or fear. But they are wrong. Your love of stability is not about being afraid of the unknown. It is about understanding that true freedom requires a solid foundation. You cannot soar if you have nowhere safe to land. You cannot take risks if your entire world is built on shifting sand. And you have always known this instinctively in your bones. The stability you create in your life is not a limitation. It is a launching pad. It is the steady ground from which you can explore, grow, and expand without fear of losing everything. And this understanding has served you well throughout your life. While others were chasing excitement and novelty, constantly moving from one thing to the next, you were building something solid. Something real. Something that could weather any storm. And now, in this season of your life, that stability is your greatest asset. It is the thing that allows you to face uncertainty with confidence. It is the thing that allows you to take leaps of faith without falling apart. Because you know that no matter what happens, you have built a foundation that will hold you. Strength 9. The 9th quiet strength is your sensory intelligence. Your ability to read a room, a person, a situation through what you feel rather than what you think. This is something that goes beyond intuition. It is a full-body awareness that has been guiding you your entire life. You walk into a space and you can feel whether the energy is right or wrong. You meet someone and within moments, something inside you knows whether they are genuine or whether something is off. You do not need proof. You do not need evidence. Your body tells you everything you need to know. And the older you get, the more you trust this intelligence. Because it has never been wrong. Every time you ignored that feeling in your gut, every time you overrode that quiet knowing with logic or reason, you paid the price. And every time you listened, every time you trusted what your body was telling you, you were protected, guided, and led exactly where you needed to go. This sensory intelligence is one of the most underrated gifts of being a Taurus. It is not something that shows up on a resume or gets recognized in a room full of people. But it is the thing that has kept you safe. It is the thing that has led you to the right people, the right places, the right decisions. And now more than ever, it is time to trust it completely. Because this intelligence is not fading with age. It is becoming more refined, more accurate, more powerful than it has ever been. Strength 10. The 10th quiet strength is your ability to find contentment without settling. This is a delicate balance that very few people ever master, but it comes naturally to you. You can appreciate what you have genuinely and deeply, while still holding a vision for something greater. You are not the kind of person who chases happiness in things you do not yet possess. You know how to sit with what is here right now and feel grateful. But that gratitude does not make you complacent, does not make you passive, fuels you. Because when you move towards something new from a place of contentment rather than desperation, you move with power. You move with clarity. You move with the kind of intention that actually creates lasting change. And this is something the world desperately needs right now. People are exhausted from chasing. They are tired of feeling like what they have is never enough. But you have always known the secret. The secret is that fulfillment is not found at the end of the race. It is found in every single step. And that understanding, that deep knowing that life is not about arriving but about being present in the journey, that is a strength that only grows more valuable as the years pass. You are not behind. You are not missing out. You are exactly where you need to be. And from this place of quiet contentment, you are more powerful than you have ever been. Strength 11. The 11th quiet strength is your ability to love without needing to control. This is a strength that many people never develop, but for Taurus, it often emerges as one of the greatest gifts of maturity. In your younger years, your love may have come with tighter hands, with a desire to hold on, to protect, to keep things exactly as they were. And that was natural. That was your earth energy doing what it does best, trying to create something solid and lasting. But over time, something shifted. You began to understand that the deepest love is not about holding on. It is about letting go. Letting go of the need to control how others grow. Letting go of the expectation that love should look a certain way. Letting go of the fear that if you loosen your grip, everything will fall apart. And what you discovered on the other side of that letting go was something extraordinary. You discovered that love, when it is free, actually becomes stronger. The relationships that survived your loosening grip became deeper, more authentic, more real. The people you stopped trying to change began to change on their own, in ways that were far more beautiful than anything you could have planned. And this ability to love without controlling is one of the most magnetic forces in the universe. It draws people to you. It makes them feel safe. It makes them feel seen. And it creates the kind of bonds that last, not because someone is being held in place, but because they choose every single day to stay. Strength 12. The 12th and final quiet strength is perhaps the most powerful of all. Your ability to endure. Not just survive. Not just get through. But truly endure with grace, with dignity, and with your spirit intact. You have been through things in your life that you have never fully spoken about. Losses that shook you to your core. Betrayals that made you question everything. Seasons of loneliness so deep you wondered if the warmth would ever return. But here you are. Still standing. Still open. Still willing to believe that the best is yet to come. That is not ordinary strength. That is extraordinary courage. Because endurance is not just about lasting. It is about lasting without becoming hard. It is about going through the fire and coming out not as ash, but as something refined, something pure, something more beautiful than what went in. And that is exactly what has happened to you. Every hard season polished you. Every loss deepened you. Every betrayal taught you something about the kind of love you truly deserve. And now, standing in this moment, you are the culmination of every single experience you have ever had. The good ones and the hard ones. The joyful ones and the painful ones. They all live inside you, and together, they have created someone remarkable. Someone strong. someone wise, someone who is only just beginning to understand the full depth of what they carry. These 12 strengths are not new. They have been with you all along, growing quietly beneath the surface, waiting for the moment when you were ready to see them clearly. That moment is now, and what you do with this awareness will shape everything that comes next. You are not at the end of anything. You are at the beginning of the most intentional, most aligned, most powerful chapter of your life. Every quiet strength you carry is a tool. Every lesson you have learned is fuel. And the universe is not done with you. Not even close. The energy that surrounds you right now is asking you to step forward. Not with force, not with noise, but with the same quiet, steady power that has carried you through every storm, every loss, every impossible moment. Because that is who you are. You are Taurus, and the world has always underestimated what that means. But you have always known. And now it is time to let that knowing guide you into everything that is waiting for you on the other side of this moment. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.